Hello and welcome to My Take with John Britt. I am John Britt. So earlier we looked at the issues of January 6, 2021. Now we're going to look at the outcomes because obviously when there's deaths and there's issues and there's insurrection, there's going to be consequences. So what should they be? Obviously, the over 100 people so far that have been arrested are going to have criminal charges brought up against them, with many more pending. But the big question is the president going to be held accountable? A lot of people are saying the president did it. Now, this is where we really see a huge divide in America. We already know we have a massively divided country. But this is really where we start looking at even more division. Should the president be impeached because of his words? That's a good question. Does the president still have freedom of speech? Last time I checked, the president does. Just like all Congress does. Just like all senators do. And technically, judges also. So, can we look at President Trump's words and say that was enough to impeach him? Because of his words, that was enough. Did he say indirectly, go to the Capitol and go in? No. The big phrase that the articles of impeachment that are brought up by Speaker Pelosi is this: if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. Those are some pretty big words, but did it scream, dude, go start a riot? Numerous times he called for peaceful. Over the last months, he condemned the protest that turned violent. He made laws against the protest. But now he says this and the people are supposed to go to the Capitol building and riot? Is that what the American people are supposed to believe? Now, why I say it's divided because in a poll that said, hey, should the president be impeached, it came back with 56%. Now, the last time the president should be impeached, it came back with a 53%. Well, it also comes down to 92% Democrats. And only around a 10% case for Republicans. That's a division. Now, there have been 3 presidents that have been impeached through the House and through the Senate. One that we do forget about was President Nixon. Because it's like, dude, was he impeached? In case you didn't know, the House did set up the impeachment. And they voted 410-4. He did a fast count in the Senate and he said, well, I'm out of here. And he resigned. Because he knew the Senate was going to also kick him out. Now we have to start looking at the impeachment process, though. So, as of right now, they're talking also in chambers to really try to get the VP to set up the 25th Amendment. But if you look at the 25th Amendment, the House cannot actually dictate to Vice President Pence to do it. They're trying to, but they can't actually do that. It's up to Vice President Pence to fulfill that. And Vice President Pence has already come out and said, I'm not doing it. So I'm not really even sure why Congress is trying to push the 25th Amendment. Push the 25th Amendment if they can't get them on their own. Really, why is this becoming, the time of the essence? The president has 8 days left in office. So even if they were trying to get this through, the odds of it getting through the Senate before January 20th is almost zilch. So look at the laws. Obviously, the House of Representatives shall trust their Speaker and other offices and shall have the sole power of impeachment. Okay? So, Speaker, you do that. But then you have to look at the other stuff that becomes kind of interesting. And the one that a lot of people are looking at And why it becomes interesting is because if we're looking at the Constitution, Article 2, sorry, I want to give you the right one of this. Article 2, Section 4 says, the President, Vice President, and civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Why I say this becomes interesting is because no one can actually solidly state, can you impeach a president when he's not in office anymore? It says here, shall be removed from office. If he's already removed from office, he is a citizen, or she is a citizen, or they are a citizen. And are we allowed to just impeach anybody because we might not want them to run for office again? I understand the reasons why Democrats want to push for impeachment. I don't think it's the money. A lot of people are like, oh, he's going to lose his $200,000 a year. He already donates his money. I don't think that's a big deal. I think the biggest one that AOC and a few other people have said is that they don't want him to be able to run for office again. But is this the right way? Are we going to divide more of the country because we don't want him to run for office again? Literally, it's 8 days left, and even if they have to push this, it won't be until after he's out of office. The other one that a lot of people are going in, they're looking at it going, yeah, Senate's not even going to take this up. So they just pretty much want to accuse him of a bunch of stuff and then not even have his day in trial. It looks bad for history, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference in the long run, if that's the case. If Senate doesn't even bring it up. We already know America's divided. We've watched it. We've watched the riots. They're not ending. San Diego just had a clash with pro-Trump versus anti-Trump supporters. We cannot scream as a country that we need to unite while screaming that we don't want to be united. President-elect Biden has kind of made his say. He really has said this might jump into his first days of the first 100 days of his presidency. And I would have to agree, this will definitely take precedent over what he's trying to do. So, Speaker Pelosi, I know you have been trying since the first day to impeach Trump. Congresswoman Waters, I know you have been screaming, impeach 45. Is this really the right time? Or is it time to just literally look at it, unite America, and go forward? My take would be, let's unite America. I honestly don't think an 82-year-old President Trump really wants to run for president again in 4 years. Do we really want to have the issues that impeaching him are going to bring down on this country? Or is it time to really find a way to really start uniting us as Americans and solidify America as the world that it can be, as the great beacon of hope of America? My take is, I hope we start getting united. Give me your take in the comments. Thank you for watching, and have an amazing day.